the world still spun and we played NFL football. 6-minute speech today. Tom Brady jumps on the call, an NFLPA call, and he pushed a boycott. They want to modify off-season workouts. You got rookie mini camps opening up right now. Brady went on there and gave this impassioned speech, which included the NFL is the only pro sport with these overly competitive drills during the offseason. Last year showed there's a better way, and he said, quote, "There's no effing pro baseball player that's throwing 95 miles per hour in mid-December." I love it. I love it. Super pro union Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. This is great.
Except for the raging hypocrisy.
What do you mean?
Headline, June 23rd, 2020, Tom Brady Buccaneers players hold group workout despite positive COVID-19 tests. Despite multiple members of the Buccaneers testing positive for COVID-19, Tom Brady and his teammates continue to hold group workouts at a Tampa Bay high school. This, of course, after the NFL recommended that, of course, you don't hold those. So now we're sticking it to the man, huh? So what happens if Rob Gronkowski in those workouts tears his ACL? What happens?
Well, I think they're going to stop with the workouts. Right. He is going to be united now and stand with everyone else. I love it.
Yeah, now. Come on. Stop.
He's reached a breaking point. Plus, he's an old guy and doesn't want to do these stupid workouts.
Right, but that's insanely hypocritical to go out there. Unless I'm misreading this. I'm not a smart guy and I can't see the nuance in the situation and how it's different. You held private workouts. Those guys risked themselves as well. If they would have injured themselves in those workouts, we'd have been in the exact same situation here. But this year, it's like, stick it to the man. You don't give in. This is great. I'm a leader now. Screw you.
Number 2.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Yeah, we're rolling live video right now on ESPN Las Vegas, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Cofield, Von Tobel, Angel is down here, TI, Golden Circle Sportsbook, and Bar. NBA. Oh, we got to get to the Lakers here inside of 3 minutes and what's going on tonight and the whole setup for this game against the Blazers. But down the stretch, we're talking a lot about awards. It feels like Nikola Jokic pretty much has the MVP locked up, and apparently Nick Wright not happy.
And the MVP having to be awarded in some hallway somewhere because he's not playing in round 2 ain't great. And in the macro wilds, when you look at the list of league MVPs over history, I say this with respect to Jokic.
He says it with respect to Jokic.
Oh, something bad is coming.
This is such... I only wanted to talk about this because I wanted Ari to cut these cuts just like this. So with all the respect to Nikola Jokic, Nick Wright says...
Historically speaking, he would be the worst one we've had in 35 years. Chris Paul wouldn't be. Chris Paul's an all-time great player. Yep. Nikola Jokic is having a great season and a very good player. But when you look at who's won the MVPs, it's Giannis, it's Steph, it's LeBron, it's Durant, it's Rose pre-injury, Nikola Jokic. Oh, okay, that must have been a weird season.
I don't get it either. It's like the no offense, but you're butt ugly. Hey, I said no offense, man. I kind of understand where he's going. I think he's going with a star power type of angle, right? Just not wording it entirely correctly. By the way, and I didn't send this in because it doesn't work well for radio. I don't know if you saw, he did a follow-up video on Instagram Live while he was driving home in his car, but he put his phone next to his air conditioning. So all you hear is just the whole time when he's driving home. Oh, it's so good.
Did he do it live, or he decided to publish it after hearing the crapola audio?
I think it was an Instagram Live video. It's clearly sitting in the center console, and he's driving home, and all you hear is the air conditioning just blowing into the speaker.
Let me do a follow-up. Extend an olive branch. No one could hear it. That didn't work out.
Yeah. Number 1.
Oh, but he's wrong. Yeah, I'm angry about that. Yeah.
Lakers. Biggest regular season game?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
All right, so far?
Yep. There's no question about it.
They do not want to be in this play-in deal, and right now they're sitting in a tie with the Blazers at 6-7.
And look, I got to actually on VSiN today with Matt Humans. We had Brian Windhorst on today, and it's always important to point out, like he did, where even if they fall into the play-in, they would be the top-seeded play-in team at this point right now, which means they would have to lose twice. So the Lakers losing twice to the likes of, whoever's in these situations, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Spurs, it's probably not going to happen, right? But it would be the drama of them falling to that situation and having to deal with some of those teams. It's absolutely incredible. And it's not a 0% chance that it happens. But if Dennis Schroeder's still hurt or in medical protocol, if LeBron James is still hurt and can't play in those play-in games, statistically, the solo Davis teams are not very good. And so, there would be a scare put into the Los Angeles Lakers, I think, against the right opponent. Memphis would be a really tough out. Memphis is a pretty good young team.
Yeah.
And then if you get just one hot night from Steph Curry, are you kidding me? It's not even if they make it, they'll be fine. If there's no LeBron, it's a tough road to hoe.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are the team you worry about. Right?
Yeah. Now, they would have to win their play-in, right? And then, they have to win twice. But still, yes, absolutely.
Steph last night. Was it last night? Yeah. OKC, 118-97. What do you have, 34 or 37?
One of the two. He still had another. He's been on this incredible run with these 30-point games. It's been absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, 34, 6 of 13 from deep. And Draymond Green did play good defense and did post another triple single. So that's good.
Draymond Green, all NBA defensive team this year. So,
but maybe not the defensive player of the year.
Well, no, but he's going to be one of the best. He's going to be considered one of the best defenders in the league this year. That's still pretty good.
Just ongoing nonsense between you and I over Dr. Dre. Frank Vogel on LeBron said that LeBron's absence from the Lakers the last two games against Denver and Clippers not medically related.
Yeah,
he tried to explain this 3 hours ago to me. It still sounds weird. When asked for the reason James was not present, Vogel said, quote, "He's just not here."
Yeah, not present. He wasn't in the building. He's just not there.
He was at shoot around Thursday and will not be on the road in Portland. The other thing that's weird that LeBron said during the week is the fact that he might not be 100% ever again. And Jay Williams just went ballistic. He was stymied by this statement.
I think LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. But hearing LeBron talk about this the other day, I quote, "I knew I wasn't going to be back to 100. It's impossible. I don't think I will ever get back to 100% in my career." As a guy who played for the Bulls, who's watched Michael Jordan for a long time, I've never heard MJ say something like that. I'll never be back to 100%. MJ just wouldn't say anything.
Every time.
Your favorite.
It's every time.
Yep.
MJ wouldn't eat Cocoa Puffs. He would eat Cocoa Pebbles. What are we doing?
The funny thing is Jay Williams is not old either.
Right.
He's not Barkley's age.
Right. I do.
And even he's back in my day with MJ, your day is actually LeBron, dude.
Right. I just don't get it, man. It's always going to be the same thing. It's ridiculous.
You figure out if I'm hurt or not. I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm hurt. Doesn't matter if I'm hurt.
I show no
Me
weakness.
hurt is still better than you.
Yeah.
Me hurt is still me being on the court competing with you, beating your head in, and then afterwards, you know what? Yeah, I wasn't 100%,
Yeah.
and I still won the damn championship.
There he is. 40-year-old. Old man. Back in my day, Jay Williams, 40 years old. LeBron is 37 or 36. He's barely older than LeBron.
Wait.
He's MJ.
I thought you weren't supposed to talk about the injury. He just said right there that you talk about it afterwards. But the first clip, he said you're not allowed to talk about it. By the way, LeBron in the NBA Finals didn't talk about it. Remember that year where they blew that Game 1 lead to Golden State? JR forgot to score. He allegedly punched a whiteboard and broke his hand.
Yep.
And then we found out after the series, but then he was destroyed for that. So he didn't even mention it the entire time. But then it was viewed as an excuse. So we're back to not mentioning injury.